Hey there, Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. Let's talk about how to use red tape to supersize and grow your business. Is that even possible? Red tape is really, oh boy, who among us has not experienced the frustration of red tape? Red tape, actually, the expression came into being from back in the days when the government, surprise, surprise, and lawyers, again, surprise, surprise, used to tie legal documents in red ribbons. And before any business could be transacted or a trial could start or any real effort could be, or action could be taken, there was this big ceremonial cutting of the red ribbon to, reveal the legal documents. Now, the expression red tape came to refer to any frivolous or unnecessary or ceremonious or ceremonial procedure that preceded something else or that goes into something else or that complicates anything that we're trying to do. Now, I don't know about you, but as a customer, I hate red tape. I am not the person that wants to deal with all the unnecessary stuff. Just get me to the point of solving my problem or helping me with what it is that I want help with. And how many times have we been frustrated by that? Just call customer service in any big company like cell phone or utility or any really big industry or big either government or business. The bigger a business gets, the more red tape they have, the more, and it's not because processes and systems are bad. I'm the queen of processes and systems and making things simple and flow effectively and efficiently for both inside your organization and outside your organization. But so often, as big businesses get bigger and bigger and bigger, it takes forever to get anything done, right? It takes forever to make a decision. So these complicated processes and systems get created, the rules and the regulations by companies or by our companies. Even if you're a solopreneur, you might have systems and processes and procedures, and they're all designed for what? To make things go more smoothly for who? The organization, the company, the government. Think Texas, think USDA, FDA, any government organization, OSHA, the military. I've never been in the military, but I gotta believe they have just as much red tape as any other government agency. Red tape meaning ceremonial, unnecessary steps that you have to go through to get something done. And so how can we use this understanding that things get more complicated generally as they get bigger and more people get involved, and it gets more frustrating for the people that have to deal with it. I don't know about you, but one of my biggest reliefs in business was when I let go of doing my own taxes and handed them off to a CPA and accountants and the experts in that area. For prior to that, I spent years, and every year I would study the tax code, I would study the changes, and I would do my own taxes. Partly for my own knowledge and to learn what was and wasn't possible. But I got to the point where it was ridiculous. I was doing other things and they were higher priority, and it was just too complicated. The same happened in business. I was in the food business for 35 years, and so we were regulated by the USDA, the FDA, the Department of Agriculture in each area we operated, and we had not just a few guidelines and regulations, we had volumes. Any organization that has volumes of how to do things, it's a little bit of red tape. Have you ever tried to get a license for anything? Even to get a driver's license, marriage license isn't so hard, but a driver's license, you have to jump through hoops. You have to do things a certain way, and they have to be perfect in order to get a license in almost any industry. And at least here in America, almost every job, every industry, every occupation has some form of licensing. Now, I will contend that licensing is just another way to tax people. It's always dressed up in red tape to make it look like we're proving that people are capable of doing what they're doing. But, just look at real estate licensing and the broker process, at least in the state of Wisconsin. If you're at all smart, you can figure out and you can pass and you can be licensed in those areas. And I'm sure there's other industries that are even more frivolous in how they certify people. Now, so all of this, yep, we all get frustrated by it. We know our customers get frustrated by it. So what do we want to do? How can we use this to supersize and build our business? Well, number one, look at your processes, look at your systems, and ask yourself, what's in it for my customers to have to do this step, to have to experience this? And do they really have to? Or is it just an internal thing that we create for ourselves, for our benefit, for the smooth operation and automation of our processes and our systems? And if it causes them more friction and frustration, how can we eliminate that? How can we, and we should be asking ourselves that, how can we improve our customers' experience, eliminate friction, also known as red tape, and frustration in any aspect of dealing with our business, any area, any department, and each department or each function or each person that does something with your business should be asking themselves that. How can we make our relationship operate more smoothly? And are we adding unnecessary steps and flourish and activities for, really no positive benefit? And if there's a great positive benefit, yep, maybe do that and explain to people, this is why we do it this way, and this is why it's important, and this is how it benefits, and this is how it benefits you. All of our policies and procedures are written for us, right? They're written for the benefit of the company. We can say our privacy policy and everything, that's another example, is written for the benefit of the consumer, but we're deluding ourselves if we believe it and if we think that our customers believe that. Privacy policies and things are telling people, and they're written for them in terms of informing them what we're going to do, but it's all about what we as a company are going to do with your information, or we as an individual service provider are going to do with anything that we happen to interact with them. So, number one, be honest and upfront that your policies and procedures and all the red tape that you create and all the rules and regulations are for your company, and understand that. And secondly, then, be honest about that. Okay, yep, I'm creating this system because I want to make my life easier. Every time I automate or delegate something, I'm doing it because I want to make my life easier. Not because it's for my customers' benefit, but it is in that I want to continue to provide them a great level of service, but really it's for me. So I want to make sure that those things that I automate, those things that I delegate, those processes and procedures and rules and guidelines and systems that I put in place do not cause undue red tape, frustration, friction for the people that I serve. And so that would be the second thing. Look at your systems and ask yourself, and maybe ask your customers, what's frustrating to do business with us, and then look for ways to reduce that friction and make sure that they're always having an amazing experience. That's how you grow and supersize your business. Because you know what? The bigger a company gets, the harder it is for them to do what I'm talking about here today. And if you can do that, you can have all the business that you ever want. Have an awesome day. If you have any questions about this or any comments, hit me up in the comments below. Otherwise, I will be with you tomorrow with another interesting idiom. What does it mean? Where does it come from? How might you be able to apply it to your business or even your life? Have a great day.